Lothar looked down at his now useless hand, still holding the snapped sword, followed it to his wrist, now crushed inside one of the biggest hands he'd seen. He followed the offending hand, down its arm, elbow, swollen bicep, shoulder, neck, face. The vacant eyes looked beyond him, through him. He was a non-entity, nothing. By the gods, when did Bjorn get so big? When did he stop being the brain-dead little brother of mine and become this behemoth that stands before me? He still looks the same, but he isn't. I swear he's bigger than when we started. Lothar was still wondering what had changed as he flew over the edge of the parapet. As his little brother started to recede in his vision, he realized Bjorn hadn't suddenly grown into this monster by some force of magic in that instant. He had grown into it over years. This was Bjorn's natural size, strength. Lothar just hadn't seen it under the perceived veneer of little brother. "Oh," was all that escaped from his mouth as he dropped all those feet into the harbour. "Oh," was all that fell upon deaf ears. "Oh," were the last words of an older brother to his younger as he plummeted to his ignoble death. Lothar's body was never found. Bjorn was, teetering on the edge of death from blood loss, with no memory of what happened. The last thing he remembered was picking up the training sword to spar with his brother. The next, waking up face down in an ice-cold puddle as he was being dragged by his feet back to the longhouse he shared with his family. With his brother. No longer. It took a few weeks for Bjorn to recover fully. Search teams were sent out to find Lothar or his corpse. They scoured the land and the shoreline. Fishing nets were cast far and wide. All ships were searched. Nothing.